Hi, I'm Lou. I've had this Neato robot vacuum for about 4 years and it still works fine, but the screen died. This Proscenic M7 has several new features like the map, wet mop, quiet mode, and dust collector that made it worth the switch. Today I'm going to thoroughly test the M7. First off, let's see how well it cleans. I've got some Cheerios here in a glass and I'll crush them up with an ice cream scoop. We have a mixture of big and little chunks, which will make a nice mess on the floor. And now I'll ask the M7 to spot clean it. Right here's the main area it cleaned, and you can see it's all pretty darn clean, but I'd say the smallest little dust right there in those cracks is still there. Now let's do the same thing with an upright vac. Surprisingly, that didn't do any better, so I'll just use a hand vac. Overall, the M7 seems comparable to upright vacs on hard floors anyway. Next, we'll compare the M7 to an upright vac on carpet. Before we do, it's only fair to point out that robot vacuums run on batteries and only have about 50 watts of power, compared to upright vacs that plug in and have 1200 watts of power, so it's hardly a fair fight. Unfortunately, I don't have any carpet in my house, so I got this old piece out of my workshop. Here goes some more Cheerios. It takes off the majority of it, but if you look down really close, you can see there's still a lot of little fine particles in the carpet. Now we'll try the upright. And just look at the difference. Absolutely no Cheerio dust. You pull out the dust bin like this. If you open this right here, you can clean or replace the HEPA filter. If you open this, you get right to the dust, and you can see there's our Cheerios and some other dust I picked up earlier. And you just turn this and dump it right into a trash can. There's another really cool way to empty the dust bin. This is the standard M7 charger, and this is the M7 charger and dust collection combo. So it has the charger down here and then a vacuum hole. The M7 drives in and all the dust gets sucked up into this vacuum bag. So after the tower is finished, we look in the dustbin. Well, the center is cleaned out really well, and it didn't get these too well, but I'm sure this will eventually move over to the center and get sucked out. So that's pretty good. The majority of the Cheerios actually made it into the vacuum bag. Next, let's take a look at mopping mode, and we'll use this attachment. Open up this reservoir, fill it with water. The vacuuming part of the robot is up here in the front, and this mopping attachment clips on in the back under here. We'll try mopping our laundry room floor. I'll take some plain old dirt from the yard, add some water to make mud, smear that on the floor to make a mess, dry it on with a hairdryer, and try mopping. Okay, it got some of it. I'll try running it a second time. Okay, here's after the second pass, and it is better, but probably not a feature I'll be using. We'll use this noise meter to test the various levels of the M7, the Neato, and an upright vac. Ambient room noise is about 45. Here we are in quiet mode. And it looks like we're averaging about 75, 76 decibels for quiet mode. Here's normal mode, and that averages about 78 decibels. And here's powerful mode. Definitely sounds louder at 83 decibels. The Neato, and that comes in at 84 decibels. Finally, the Mealy Twist upright vac. That's running 85 decibels. So those are the numbers, but to my ears, I would say in normal or quiet mode, this is pretty unobtrusive. It could be in the same room with you and you'd hardly notice. But in powerful mode, this and these two are actually pretty distracting. Both of these are mapping vacuums, meaning they draw a map of the room and use it to navigate. And the way they do that is with a spinning laser, and you can see right here, this is this one that spins in there. This has a new advantage in that it also has a little click button so that when that eye that's sticking up runs into like a piece of furniture, it knows it, whereas this one doesn't have that. It just kind of gets stuck. Another huge advantage is that this one shares its map with you on your phone app. Here the M7 has drawn a rough map of this bathroom and refines it as it moves along. It also leaves a trail everywhere it has vacuumed so that by the end of the job it looks like this. The nice thing about having the map is that you can draw in zones to give more details about how you want the vacuuming done. For example, I don't want the M7 to go into the sunroom, and I don't want it to run over these tassels because they get messed up. So I add a restriction zone here and here on the map, and now the vacuum bounces between them. Similarly, you can set go zones like this kitchen by marking it with a green rectangle so you can ask for just that area to be vacuumed. The app has several other nice features like being able to schedule cleaning when you're not home and looking at the cleaning record. If you don't want to use the app, it does have a remote with a few basic features. I'm not going to use the mop, but I do love the map and the fact that I can draw out restricted zones to keep it away from tassels and lamp cords. I also really love the fact that I can set this thing to run like every other day and it'll automatically vacuum the entire house, then come back and empty its own dustbin. Thanks for watching.